Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome to Target Focus Life. My name's Steve, and I recently got back from the world's largest shooting, hunting, and outdoor trade show, aptly named SHOT Show. This took place in January in Las Vegas. I go out there every year, it's a ton of fun, but I went out there this year to look just primarily at shotgun manufacturers, what's new, so that's what I'm covering in this video. I'm gonna show you what I saw at SHOT Show, what's new, what's cool. You ready to go? Let's go to SHOT Show. This needs to be the next TFL truck. Oh yeah, I can ride with the whole crew back here. Rolling into SHOT Show day one is always hectic. So many people come to SHOT Show from all over the world. It's crowded, it's a lot of people, but I rolled right up in to the lockdown booth. Now, some of you that have been watching my videos saw the safe room video that just came out a few weeks ago, where I went through my brand new safe room, which you can see behind me, which is decked out with the lockdown secure wall panels and all sorts of accessories. That's what Lockdown does. They make accessories for safe rooms and safes. They make some awesome stuff. Great company to work with. Who's that guy right there? What's he doing in the lockdown booth? I stopped at a lot of shotgun manufacturers' booths while I was at SHOT Show. A lot of the mainline manufacturers are there, your Benellis, your Berettas, your Winchesters, your Brownings, all those. There are a few higher-end shotgun manufacturers there, but not a lot of them. You don't see like the Purdy's, the Holland & Hollands, the Caesar Greenies. You don't really see much of those companies. But I'm gonna run you through some of the different shotguns, and as we go through this video, I'd love to hear from you. What shotguns are you most excited about? What shotguns would you like to see reviewed on TFL? And if there's any one shotgun from this video that you would love to have, put it in the comments down below. So my first stop was Savage Stevens, a few new products there. On the Stevens side, there are a few new guns. This is the Stevens 555 Sporting. Ported barrel, comes with 5 choke tubes, stepped up rib, aluminum steel reinforced receiver, adjustable comb. This is also new, the 560 Field. Semi-auto gas gun, stepped up rib. The Savage Renegade, there's nothing really new here. There's several different variations of the same gun. Then rolling into Winchester. Winchester often doesn't have a lot new every year. They just kind of have different variations, SHOT Show specials, and there's definitely a few guns worth checking out there. They got the normal right-handed versions, just different variations. You got the Bottomland, Prairie Hunter, Hunter Prairie I should say, Hunter Woodland. Kind of like that one. That one's pretty sweet looking. On the SXP side, same thing, just a lot of different variations. This one's pretty cool. It's a Hybrid Hunter VSX. It's kind of got a cool gray matte finish on the receiver. I like this one. Something about the Hybrid Hunter Midnight. I like this one too. This is the high grade Field in the SXP. It's got the gloss, high gloss finish, kind of a little more of that old school look, old school camo here. On the Woodland, Hunter Woodland, got a little Tactical Defender Woodland FDE, flat dark earth. One of the things that stands out to me is their left-handed model, which they introduced last year in the SX4 line. Long overdue. Kudos to Winchester for thinking about those left-handed and left-eye dominant shooters. Rolled into the Browning booth, not a whole lot new, just one new model to check out. This is actually new this year. It's a Satori composite. So it's got a composite finish. It's a little bit cheaper. Adjustable comb, rubber overmolding on the forearm, slight palm swell on both sides. Kind of a versatile gun if you want to get into over-under. Just a little bit cheaper, $200-300 cheaper than the wood version. But on top of that, there are a lot of different variations, some new camo patterns that are really, really cool. Looks like this is their Maxxis 2 lineup. Just some different camo variations for the most part. This is just a Maxxis 2. I don't even know how you say that. Auric camo, a little bit different camo pattern. That's kind of cool looking. What do you guys think of that? From the gold to the silver, Synergy Maxxis 2, A5, all in that same camo pattern. That's pretty cool. Satori 725 Max. Ooh, I like that. Adjustable comb, adjustable length of pull. Looks like they might have an adjustable trigger on there. Raised rib. Looks like the rib is adjustable as well. Satori CSX, I've already reviewed that gun. A5 Ultimate. Look at this guy. In the Sweet 16. Browning Synergy, already reviewed that gun. Got a Maxxis 2 just in the Hunter. BT99, this is a trap gun, single barrel. Now here's some guns of interest. Look at these. Just beautiful guns. Come with a little bit of a price tag. This B15 grade E, $22,499. Looks like it's hand engraved. Beautiful, beautiful wood. Oh, I like this one right here. This is Satori 50th anniversary. Beautiful wood. Nice engraving. $83.99. This could be yours. Now, one of my favorite things from SHOT Show isn't necessarily always seeing the new product. It's seeing old friends and meeting new friends. So bumped into a lot of different people, like the Yak-Leys. Look who I ran into. It's the Yak-Lee family. Amazing 3-gun shooters, all of them, which is pretty incredible. You can check them out, or at least Becky, on Instagram. What is it?
Yep, go to Becky Yak-Lee and just Becky Yak-Lee on Instagram, or our family page is Yak-Lee5 on YouTube.
Check them out, guys. Pretty awesome. And most of the time I was at SHOT Show, I did not have the camera running. Bumped into a lot of other people when I was in the Mossberg booth, saw the Mitchellicks, talked to Jerry just real briefly because I was kind of in the middle of a meeting. Bumped into 𝙁𝙁𝙀𝙗, who has a YouTube channel. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you check him out. He makes like videos every day. I don't know how he does it. He's a little bit crazy. I bumped into Zach and Desi, who shoot sporting clays for Beretta, amazing shooters. They know a thing or two about shooting sporting clays. They also do coaching. If you're looking for any coaching, definitely recommend you check them out. We did a little chatting. They know their stuff a lot more than me when it comes to sporting clays. And I also bumped into people who live just down the road. For example, I bumped into Mike from Deadeye Graphics. I also bumped into some friends who live 5 miles down the road that were in Vegas for World of Concrete. Totally different show going on at the same time, so I was able to connect with them. It's just cool to see all the people. Looking at the Mossberg new firearms, one of their big things is they have an optics cutout on several different lines of their models. They added some new variations of the 940 Pro, which I'm super excited about. That gun has just grown and grown on me over the course of the year. Excited to shoot some more of those guns, maybe even in live exhibitions. We'll see. This is the black multicam stock. That's actually pretty sweet looking. JM Pro. And this is the tactical model. You can see here with the optic cutout. And they also added the 940 Pro Field with walnut stock. It's a pretty sharp looking gun too there. I like that. They also added optic cuts on some of the other guns. Mossberg 500, which of course is one of their pump models. I like this one right here, the SA 410. They got the SA20 turkey gun with a pistol grip. Well, I like this one. This seems like a gun Jordan would be into right here. Cameraman Jordan, I think I found you your gun for the year.
So it's a double stack, 2 3/4 inch. It comes with a 10 round. There's also a 5, a 15, and a 20 round available.
Wow, that'd be fun. I like this gun a lot. It is the 590A1 retrograde, which meets mil spec, which basically means that it can go to military use. The way it's designed, made, meets mil spec. Took a stop at Benelli. It looked like everything was basically the same until I got talking to somebody. I guess I'm not that observant when I'm trying to film and talk at the same time. That was one of the hardest things that I've had to do this year, is walk through these booths, talk while filming. I did neither of them well. Jordan had some pre-existing trip planned to California, so he wasn't able to come with and film for me. So I tried to do it myself, and I can admit I did not do a great job. But here we are, point of view SHOT Show in the Benelli booth. What is new for Benelli is they made changes to the M2 and the Montefeltro. If you look here, this is the easiest one to see. Their forearm is redesigned. It's got the contour a little bit more like an Ethos. But it's kind of has these weird ribs. I look forward to getting that out and shooting it, see what it feels like. The receiver is also redesigned. It's a little more slender. It's got a cutout loading port. The stock is also a little bit different. They went away from the comfort tech on the M2. This is becoming a little bit more their price point model. Will be one of their more affordable models, which has been in prior years the Montefeltro, which is right here. There's been some redesigns on the Montefeltro as well. You can see it looks quite a bit different than the prior Montefeltro. The forearm's changed, has more of that Ethos forearm with the contour, and I believe the stock's a little bit different, checkering's a little bit different, and they changed the bolt. I think they went with the Ethos bolt, a little higher performing bolt. So the Montefeltro used to be the price point model, now it's the M2, and this is probably going up a little bit in price. Super Black Eagle 3, best. Competitor's barrel with standard bluing was exposed to saltwater spray for a mere 24 hours and shows significant rust and deterioration of bluing. The barrel, protected with Benelli Best treatment, was immersed in salt water for over 3 months with no signs of rust or corrosion. Look at that. That's what the best treatment is supposed to do right there. 3 months, the top barrel, in salt water, with no corrosion. This barrel, traditional blued barrel, 24 hours. I'm sure most of you know, but Super Black Eagle 3 is now available in 28 gauge as well. This is one of my favorite looking Super Black Eagle 3s. Very cool looking gun. Some of the performance shop models that they have, these are kind of the high-end, most expensive versions of these guns. 828U, that's slick looking. Those grade receivers, I'm just a sucker for them in 20 gauge. You know, I'm a big fan of the Ethos. On the other side of Benelli, we got Franchi, which you all know has become one of my favorites. Look at this one, Franchi Affinity 3.0. Kind of a sucker for this one, not gonna lie. It's a Franchi Instinct lineup. Beautiful guns for the money, not terribly expensive. Look good, shoot good. This is still one of my favorites right here, the Instinct side plate. Stoeger, really nothing new there. The one gun I haven't reviewed for Stoeger, actually there's been a few. I've not done the Stoeger Condor, they're over under. I have not done the Stoeger 3020, which is their 20 gauge version. I have done the 3500, of course. You all have seen that. What do you think? You want to have experience with the 3020? Of course, I always make a pit stop at the Promatic booth. They've been a great partner of TFL. When you see me shooting these videos and shooting off these machines, those all come from Promatic. They make great stuff. We got the Matrix. I'm getting one of these. You'll see this in TFL videos pretty soon. I'm also getting a couple of these Kestrels. I'd really like one of these. This is the Huntsman. It's on a trailer. It's got 3 machines on it. Very cool. Super excited to have them back on as a partner for 2023. Look at those good looking guys. That was back in the day. I looked a lot younger then.
Yeah, you were a lot better looking.
Say that again? I was just told I was a lot better looking back then. That wasn't very nice. It's always kind of interesting to roll into some of these booths and look up and be like, hey, that's me. Gould Brothers shot a video a long time ago for Promatic, shooting off their Huntsman game trailer. And I looked at that video and I was like, man, I was a lot younger. I am aging. This is happening fast. But anyways, here we go. CZ is a brand that I don't have a lot of experience with. We did review the 1012 last year, but as you can see through this video, they have a wide range of guns, from pump shotguns to semi-autos to over-unders to side-by-sides. Pretty extensive selection to choose from CZ. Would love to hear from you out of all the different guns they make. Which one stands out to you? Which one would you like to see me review this year? They have the 712 G3, 12 gauge. So what's different on this gun over the prior version? They've changed the bolt handle, the bolt release. But one of the big changes is they went to a gas system that runs 2 different pistons, a light medium piston and a heavy to magnum piston. So if you're shooting light target loads, you put in the light piston. Shooting a little heavier loads, you put in that heavy piston. They put the 1012 trigger on the 712 G3. It's the CZ All-American, adjustable comb, adjustable butt plate, raised rib, vented barrels. Be a good trap option, as would the All-American single trap. Similar type gun, a little different forearm, single barrel. What do you think of those trap models? I'd like to put them to the test this year. CZ actually has quite a few different offerings, like the Sharp Tail 12 gauge side by side, cool looking gun, color case hardened, side by side. Cool little coach gun here, color case hardened, short barrels, side by side. Got the 612 Target pump shotgun. Just a few of the offerings from CZ. Oh man, they got so many. Got a 628 Select 28 gauge, 612 Field, Wing Shooter Elite 12 gauge, Redhead Premier, Drake Southpaw, Drake 410, Quail 20 gauge, Hammer Classic. Ooh, look at that. I like that one. I want that gun. Sign me up. And then Sharp Tails and 20 gauge 410, Bob White 28 gauge G2. Look at this cool little gun. Straight English stock, 28 gauge, side by side. Then also the Bob White in 12 gauge G2. Many offerings from CZ, and it just keeps on going. What CZ shotgun would you like to see? And I know as we roll into retail here, a lot of you have been asking for the Messiah. That's not how you say it. It's 𝙎𝙊𝙄. I had to get educated while I was there. Say the name one more time.
Yeah, so this is the 𝙤𝙊𝙄 𝙎𝙊𝙄.
𝙎𝙊𝙄. It's one of those names. It's hard to pronounce. I don't know how to say it. 𝙎𝙊𝙄. And I know that because I have it in my notes right down here. One of the cool things about that gun that I really like is that the trigger group pops in and out with a click of a button. They drill all their barrels instead of hammer forging. Pretty neat gun. You don't even need to put it in the comments. I know you want to see me review the 𝙎𝙄𝙄, probably the Gordian as well. The Gordian, a little bit cheaper. I am not sure what the big difference is between the Gordian and the Mesa Mara. 𝙎𝙄𝙄. I'll get to it sooner or later. A lot of great options here at 𝙤𝙀. Whether you're waterfowl hunting, turkey hunting, the GPS XL, GPS, pump shotguns, a lot of different options. Rolling into Dickinson, or as I call it in the video, Dickens. What's interesting about Dickens is they make some shotguns that have a pretty high price tag like this one. Because like I said, I don't film and talk at the same time very well. I made so many blunders as I reviewed this footage, so forgive me if I misspeak at all in this video. Dickinson is interesting because they make from $400 semi-autos up to, you know, pretty expensive over-unders and side-by-sides. They really have a wide range from the 𝙁𝙊𝙀𝙁 to a little bit higher end. $17,000 is the MSRP. Are they a high-end manufacturer? I don't know. You got guns like this, $699. It's quite the difference. And if we swing around the corner, I mean, they make pretty run-of-the-mill shotguns. $469 MSRP. So I don't know, kind of torn. I'd like to shoot some Dickinson. I haven't shot much of them. Should I check out Dickinson? Con Arms is out of Turkey. I don't believe they actually manufacture their shotguns. They're kind of the middleman in it, and they're a middleman in a lot of different deals. I believe Con Arms is the company that has shotguns manufactured, at least the over-unders, for Mossberg, the gold and the silver reserve lines. They have quite the lineup of shotguns, over-unders, trap models. You can see a high trap model, single barrel model. This shotgun is called the Bristol, which was the side-by-side shotgun, new shotgun award winner of the year, something like that. Lever action shotguns as well. It's kind of cool. Going through SHOT Show, there was so many different Turkish brands, Turkish manufacturers. They all kind of start to look alike. I didn't spend a lot of time focused on all these brands that maybe you haven't heard of, because there's so many of them, and I don't know. Is there a Turkish brand that really stands out to you that you would want to see reviewed? Let me know. Popped into the Beretta booth. There was a lot of different things to look at the Beretta booth. I didn't spend much time looking at the A400 Extreme Plus. Already reviewed that. The Ultima, already reviewed that. The Silver Pigeon, and also the A400 XL. I've reviewed all those guns. I did take a look at the DT11, which in the video I call the DT2 Sporting. The DT line is what a lot of the competitors shoot. I'm reading and trying to film, and my brain is scattered, so I apologize about that. Vincent Hancock, great guy, shooting the DT2. Got the DT2 ACS, All Clay Sports Be Fast. I like this one here. This is pretty cool looking. It's the DT2 Black Sporting Edition. Carbon fiber rib. I think there's a carbon fiber trigger group as well. Now this one looks pretty. It is machine engraved. Adjustable comb. It is the DT2L Sporting Be Fast. Moving on up in price. Ooh, this one gets us to about $15,300. The DT2 Black Pro TSK Sporting. They make a lot of different great guns. What guns from Beretta really stand out to you as we show the clips here? What other Beretta guns would you like to see me review? This is a cool gun. I'd like to shoot this one. It's the A400 Upland. And that's available in a 20 gauge. $18.99 is the MSRP. We got the 686 Silver Pigeon that can be in the Sporting Victoria, which I believe is like a shorter stock, Monte Carlo stock. The 694 Sporting. This comes with an adjustable comb, flat rib, sporting gun. And then we got the Be Fast Sporting. So it's got the Monte Carlo adjustable comb. It's got a raised rib, which appears to be adjustable. And then up top, we got the 694 Sporting Pro. Real difference here is that's a flat rib, but it's got the TSK stock on it. For a lot of adjustability there, TriStar. Now this is a company that I really haven't reviewed. I think I have one review coming out of the Viper G2 that was in a compact model. TriStar has been a company that basically has told me they don't send out shotguns. I'm delivering good content, I believe, getting a lot of good exposure. So it's always frustrating when a manufacturer's like, no, we just can't send you shotguns. We're not going to do it. Anyways, the one big addition with TriStar is the Viper G2 Pro lineup. A little bit different than the G2 where they got the large bolt handle, bolt release. You'll see the cutout in the mag well, making that a little easier to access. Got quite the lineup of G2 Pros to check out. Kind of like this one right here, to be honest with you. It's kind of slick looking. I'd kind of like to check this gun out, see how it handles and performs out in the field. Let me know if you're interested in that one at all. Here's a few of SKB trap options. 90 HTR high trap rib. You got the adjustable butt pad, adjustable comb. It's got the high trap rib. But what's really cool, $21.59. These are a price point gun. Great quality, nice heavy, great trap guns that are about half the price of some of the competitors. If you want to get really dialed in, here's the 95 ATR trap combo. It's a little bit more complex. With the butt pad, what you're able to do, you can actually change the pitch of this one, move it left, right, up, down, comb adjustments. And then as we move down, the rib is actually adjustable as well. So that's kind of a feature that when you're out at a trap club and the wind's pushing the clays up or down, you can adjust your rib at the day of the shoot. SKB, of course, makes sporting guns, whether it's in the HS300, a few of them there, or the RS300, which I've reviewed already on Target Focus Life, or the newest version, the RS400T. You can see the receiver is cut a little bit different than the 300. Some of the checkering's a little bit different, otherwise pretty similar guns. Those are left or right-handed options. A couple of the little bit higher-end shotgun manufacturers that I stopped at were Rizzini and Fausti. Fausti being a little bit more on the high end. I mean, I think Fausti has guns starting at $2,500, going all the way up to $60,000. I would like to shoot some Faustis. I have not. I got to meet Barbara Fausti, as they say in Italy. Is there anything in the Fausti lineup that you would really like to see? Caledon is kind of their more entry level, starts at about $2,500. Work our way up. Class SLX. And the Class, only difference in the SLX is it's got the side plate, as you can see there. And we keep moving up. All these have either Prince of Wales or pistol, semi-pistol here. Class RDX. Jumping into some side-by-sides, the DEA, beaver tail, forearm, fore-end, English stocks over here on these game guns. DEA SLX, only difference, side plate. And then we're getting into some boutique guns down here on the Italicco SLX. You get into the boutique guns, you can kind of do some more customization with the stock. The engraving, these are hand engraved, hand checkered. These start at about $10,000. Start at $10,000. You can spend a whole lot more money if you want to. You could go all the way up to $60,000+ if that's in your budget. Got a couple sporting guns here at the end, the L4 Sport and the XF4. I think this one's about $3,500 for a sporting gun. And then if you want to step up from that, I'm not real sure on the difference between the two other than the finishes. XF4, it's got the black matte finish. I know I've seen some comments about Rizzini, people wanting to see some Rizzini shotguns. Is there a specific Rizzini shotgun that you would like to see or that you would like to own? Here's some Rizzini shotguns. Nice engraving, pretty decent wood. I like them. I have not shot Rizzini shotguns. This looks like more of a trap model. Pretty looking gun here, color case hardened. This is pretty. Nice engraving. Got some quail on there. Beautiful stock. Notice in some of these higher end guns, they got just a wood pad, which is kind of more of the traditional, but not the most comfortable to shoot. Here's a little bit more of a trap model, the BR-110.
It's got to be 400 and you're passing the 390.
Adjustable rib, clicks into place. Very cool. So here's the ESS iPro booth. All you know that's what I'm rocking in all the videos. Love my pink lenses. Most of their stuff is mil spec, so it meets military specifications. So this one right here is one of my favorites. This is the cross-blade lens system, frame and lens system, interchangeable lenses, super sweet. Just like that, you can switch out, change your colors, depending on the shooting conditions for the day. Just pop your different color in, you're ready to rock. Easy as that. Lots of cool options, can definitely check them out using the link down below. Use the discount code. Made a quick pit stop at Carlson Choke Tubes. Didn't spend a lot of time there. We've already had all of our meetings. They're a great supporter of TFL. They're back on board for 2023. That should probably be Steve Gould on there. Have a lot of great waterfowling chokes from the Cremator to the Delta series. I always put links to Carlson's in the description of these videos. And when you guys go and support a company like Carlson's, because after all, they make great products. They've been around for a long time. They know what they're doing. That just really helps the TFL channel a lot. So I thank you for the many viewers that have went and bought Carlson choke tubes this year. That helps support our channel and keeps us running and gunning. Rolling into the Federal booth. Take a look at some of the shot shell options, see what's new. They got some pretty cool displays here if you are interested in the different types of shot that they make. Of course, you got your Black Cloud with the Flight Control Flex Wad, Prairie Storm, similar type deal, only it's lead with flight stopper pellets. This is the Grand Slam turkey load. You can see the amount of pellets in there. And they go to the TSS, which is way more dense. Third degree is a blend. Here's a pretty cool look at the different metals that go into shots. So you have steel, then you have flight stopper pellets, then you have bismuth right here, lead, and TSS at the end. If you go to steel, that's actually really light. You go to this TSS over here, that is many times heavier. Something new from Federal this year is the heavy bismuth, waterfall and upland. So this is a bismuth shot. If you're going out hunting ducks and pheasants, you don't have to worry about being on the right side of the law because it's non-toxic. Something I'm excited about is that Federal is now producing rounds with paper wads. This would be great for my target rounds. It's actually available in Top Gun. I just learned that, so I'm super excited about that because now my yard will not be full of plastic wads. So I've always been confused by heavy shot. Got a quick little rundown here. Here's the heavy 12. So the heavy 12 consists of tungsten, 12 gram density tungsten. So it is a little bit of a blend. It's all tungsten, but it's 12 gram tungsten versus pure tungsten being around 18 grams. That's the heavy 12. Then we go to heavy bismuth. This is actually pretty simple, because this is 100% bismuth in the shot, 9.6 grams per cubic centimeter. And then we go to the heavy metal. This is where it gets a little more extreme. Heavy metal extreme. This has 12 gram tungsten in it and 7.8 grams steel. So it's 30% heavy shot tungsten and 70% steel. All right, that doesn't jump out at you at the package. We go to heavy metal. Okay, I thought that was heavy metal. No, this is heavy metal. This is extreme. This is long range bang dead. This is still the blend, but it's 30% bismuth instead of 30% tungsten, and it's 70% steel. So the difference between the heavy metal extreme and the heavy metal is that the extreme is tungsten and the heavy metal is bismuth. Then we go to the heavy hammer. We got another heavy hammer. Now on this one, we're only looking at 15% of the payload is bismuth. So only 15% bismuth. So basically this one's gonna save you a little bit of money. You got some bismuth in there, a little more density than steel, but not a lot of bismuth. More bismuth. Tungsten, get even more extreme. And this is kind of like your top end here, 100% 12 gram tungsten. So I hope that made sense to you. And guess what? Don't want to shoot Federal, don't want to shoot heavy shot, kind of more of a Remington type person. Remington has Premier Bismuth for a waterfowl round, great option. We got the Wingmaster HD, which is a tungsten blend, 12 grams per cubic centimeter, so it's not the full density of tungsten, which makes it a little bit cheaper. 1,700 feet per second on the hypersonic steel. Look at that. Target shooters, we got the Premier STS, skeet and trap, sporting, legendary hull on the STS. On the Federal side, you got the high overall, which actually uses the same hull, in case you didn't know. This one here is the Gun Club Cure. So not only is it a cool color, a little bit different, but a fraction of the proceeds go to children's hospitals. That's pretty neat. TSS was new last year for Remington. So for those of you that don't know, Federal is also a very close partner of mine, supports the TFL channel. But it's not only Federal, but I can also look at Heavy Shot, I can also look at Remington. There's a wide range of products throughout those three brands. When it comes to video content this year, I did a little bit of pattern testing and ammo testing last year. What type of test or experiment videos would you like to see on TFL, particularly pertaining to ammunition? I got one idea that I want to test out with TSS and see how far could you kill a turkey with TSS, ethically speaking. I mean, are we talking 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 plus yards? So that's one video that's on my mind, but I'd love to hear from you. My favorite highlight from SHOT Show was actually going to a free concert that was sponsored by Federal. Got to sit in their little VIP area. They had drinks and snacks and hors d'oeuvres, and I got to watch Montgomery from Montgomery Gentry, the lead singer from 38 Special, and my favorite, Eddie Gibbons from ZZ Top. Man, could this guy rock. It was absolutely awesome. Music's a little before my time, but I knew the songs and just an awesome experience. So overall, SHOT Show is a fantastic time, awesome event. It's industry only, so if you're not affiliated with the industry, you're not supposed to be able to go to SHOT Show. They do make you prove that you are affiliated with the company, send in documentation. It is a pain in the butt if you ask me, but it's always great to go. I remember the first time I was at SHOT Show, I didn't know a soul there. That was about 10 years ago. And now I can't walk for 5 minutes without bumping into somebody that I know. And so that's one of the coolest things about SHOT Show for me, is just reconnecting. Of course, I love to see the products. I love to see what's out there. Seems like in the shotgun world, not a lot changes year to year. As you saw throughout this video, there are some new things, different variations, few new products, but nothing necessarily groundbreaking. I'm gonna come back and ask you again, what is the one thing, one product, one shotgun out of this video that you would like to see me cover in TFL this year? As always, it's fun to go to SHOT Show, and it's great to get home. I always miss my family when I travel. That's just a not so quick point of view look at my experience at SHOT Show. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time, remember, whether you're in the field or in life, you're only gonna hit those shots you're laser focused on. So live target focused. See ya.